welcome back to another video of Life with Wards, where we talk all things marriage and military.
If you guys want to continue seeing more, make sure you like and subscribe.
Hey, yes, please go ahead and hit those buttons down below for us, please. We really appreciate it. Hi guys, it's another weekend and we are back with another video.
We did it. No more sickness.
No more sickness
for the rest of the year.
Yes. Cross our fingers. Don't jinx us. Oh my goodness.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Yes. Guys, how are you guys doing? We had a very interesting week. How was your week, my love?
Interesting is right. I was getting off early every single day this week. It was amazing.
Yeah, that's why it's interesting, because in the military you really don't get time off. Yeah, and I have been having a pretty relaxed week. Getting ready to graduate here soon. So I have like light week, heavy week, light week, heavy week. So I am narrowing down to the finish line. So pretty good week for us so far.
Indeed.
If you guys would let us know down in the comments below, how was your week? And if you're doing anything this weekend, let us know. I didn't even tell you, but the fair is happening. So I don't know if you want to go or not. You might go.
Girl, that's expensive. It is. I mean,
vote YOLO.
Let me tell you, there was someone at my job. He has, I think, 3 kids. He spent 10 hours at the fair.
10 hours.
I was like, wow.
They must have did everything then.
Yeah, I think they got the unlimited ride pass. So their kids were just like, let's keep going.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sure they slept well after that. Yeah. But yeah, we might do that this weekend. We're not sure yet. But if you guys are doing anything fun, let us know. We love to read that in the comments as well. But just like every video, before we go ahead and get into our topic, as you can see by the title, we're going to go ahead and do our woke quote. So guys, for this week's woke quote, it is another pretty simple one, but meaningful. So it reads, "A good marriage is one where each partner secretly suspects they got the better deal."
It's just funny how true it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, she doesn't know.
Yeah.
I'm so blessed.
And I'm like, I'm so lucky.
I find myself definitely thinking that I got pretty lucky on this deal, and then I hope it's the same.
Oh, no, I'm just joking.
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day. Yeah, it depends on the day. No, I definitely agree. There are a lot of times where I just thank God.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, Jesus, thank you. Thank you for creating this man just for me. And there are times where I will feel undeserving of such a good man. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate with your spouses and boyfriends and girlfriends. It's a pretty good feeling.
It is.
They're going to get sick of us. They're going to be like, you guys are so mushy. You guys are
PDA.
But no, we want to keep a healthy marriage going. And we're so serious. There are times where I just thank God. I thank God. I thank God. Every night in my prayers, truly, because I do believe I got the better deal.
Sorry, I got you beat.
No, I don't think so.
We'll have to go on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, I know, and find out. But anyway, guys, let us know down below who is special to you that you feel like you got the better deal with. Shout that person out in our comments. We would love to see it. We love love. So let us know down below. But without further ado, this is going to be a heavy hitter.
What we got this week?
As you guys can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about face value versus potential. This is going to be, y'all go ahead and lock in.
It's going to be a look in the mirror
type of video. This is one of them serious.
But it's good.
This is one of the heavy hitter. Whew. Okay. So this has been on our hearts to talk about, and I'm really speaking to our younger generation, but I'm also speaking to our older generation. But I have noticed that a lot of relationships are fixed on potential. And it is the reason that a lot of these relationships are failing. It is so important when you are trying to court a person per se, or establish if you're going to live the rest of your life with this person. The potential they have, it's great, it's fantastic, it's fine, but it is not certain and it is not guaranteed. So when you are looking at this person to see if you're going to spend the rest of your life with them or even give them any of your time and a serious commitment, you need to ask yourself, if this person never changed, if this person never grew, if this person, never tapped into the potential I know they have, would I be happy with them?
Are these qualities that I see in this person right now, with no other additions, is that what I need? Is that what is going to fuel a healthy marriage? Face value right there.
And furthermore, even if it is what I need right now, is it something I am always going to need? Because people grow, people mold, people develop.
Yep.
And when you have one person doing that and another person not, it can become very, very unbalanced.
Yes.
So this is a serious topic we need to talk about. For our men and our women, you need to look at them at face value. Because like I said, potential is great, but face value is guaranteed. I know that, when you were looking to, court me per se, for your wife, were you more so looking at, the qualities I could have as a wife, or were you more so looking at what I already had?
I would say, I had it easy because when I was like, okay, well, let me look at it from the marriage prospect.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't one trait that I was like, well, maybe she'll find it or get it in marriage. It was like, right now, she's got everything that I would want in a wife. So it was a very easy decision.
Potential came
but
cherry on top.
I did go through it of like, hey, what are my expectations? What would I want in the picture perfect wife?
Right.
And I looked at her and I said, does she have these qualities?
And another thing, because we don't want to come in here and act like we're some oh-so-perfect couple, because we are not.
No.
But do you know how he got to that point to say that? And same here is because if there was a quality in the other person or a lack thereof that we felt that person needed or could have, we had a friendship first and we worked on that other person in that friendship to build that. I'll give you a prime example. I'm just going to talk about me here personally for a second. I was a very emotionally kind of cold stone person. He helped me as my friend to understand that you can open up, because I had been through a lot. And I understand that without that emotional aspect of it, there's no way I would be a good wife. There's no way I would be a good nurturer to my future children. And I'm sure you knew that as well. Yeah. But when you were just doing that as my friend, you know what I mean? Once you started looking at me as a potential wife, it was checked off.
Yeah.
So that goes to say, for our fixers out there.
Oh, not the fixers.
Not the fixers. And it's okay. Because when you love someone, you want them to be the best that they can. But you cannot want it more than they want it for themselves. But for our fixers out there, do not wait until you get with them and commit yourselves to them to try to fix them. If you want to fix them, great, fantastic. Make sure they want the help as well.
True.
But do it from a friendship perspective, because once you marry them and you've made that commitment, now you're trying to fix them. Now you're trying to grow your marriage. Now you're trying to grow yourself. It's like half of a whole of a relationship.
Yeah.
And that's no good. That's no good.
It's not.
It's not. And something that I want to say as well, people will change for who they want to, when they want to. And that person may or may not be you. And that is something that you have to think about.
Tough pill to swallow,
yeah,
too.
It
is.
is.
But I love this person so much.
Right.
But would you rather figure this out before you get married? And there's a lot more that goes into the marriage versus boyfriend and girlfriend.
Right.
It can, if it needs to separate, on a much easier and smaller scale.
And time is something you cannot get back.
No.
That's the one thing in life we cannot get back. So even if you're like, well, that doesn't matter. I'm not gonna marry that person. You're gonna give them your time. You're going to invest in them in one way or another.
And then you start back at zero.
Right.
So
you need to ask yourself, if this person at face value, what I'm looking at right now, could this make me happy in the mirror? Could this fulfill me from here on out? Because I look at potential as a cherry on top. It's honestly just the cherry on top.
Yeah.
It's
really. If he gets it, cool.
Right.
Great.
Yeah.
If he loses it,
Right.
No sweat.
Right.
I'm happy.
Because I looked at you at face value.
Exactly.
That's how I think about it. And again, we would love to have some comments on this subject. If you agree, if you disagree, however, we love different perspectives. But this is something that I have been seeing, and not saying it's not a young men, not saying that, but I've been seeing it in a lot of young women these days. They're trying to be Mrs. Build-A-Man. And and they're trying to make this person work for their family. Maybe they have a child by them or what have you, so they want to make it work, but they really should have thought about it before making those type of commitments, because I guarantee you there were things on that person's list or things that weren't on there that needed to be for you. And it's okay to have those standards. It is.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just went on my little rant there, but I am very passionate about making sure that marriages, relationships, love, it's all set up for success. It's not going to be perfect, but it needs to be worth it. And it's worth it when you look at that person for face value.
Yeah, because you never want to hit that point where it's like, well, I've already spent 4 years of my life. I don't want to reset. I don't want to go backwards. So I'm going to just
be complacent with this person in this time. So you're not growing, they're not growing, and neither one of you are happy. So their morals, their religion, if they want kids or not. I have experiences with young women and women in general who he doesn't want kids now, but I guarantee you I'm going to be such an amazing wife or such an amazing this that he's going to want kids by me.
He's going to want a mini-me running around.
He's going to want one. He's going to want 2 or 3. That person doesn't change their mind. That's another thing I want to bring up. Hear that person. Hear what they are saying. Do not get so lost in their potential that you don't hear what they're saying. When they say they don't want kids, take that as face value. When they say they're not good at commitment, they don't want commitment, take that. I can't tell you how many girls I have spoken to that have been the one to say, he said he doesn't really want a serious relationship and commitment, but I know if I stay with him long enough, he's going to fall in love with me and want it. Baby, take him at face value. Hear him. Hear what he is saying. If he doesn't want it, he doesn't want it. Drop that 0, get you a hero. Now, he might be somebody else's hero, but he is your 0, and that is okay. And it's a hard pill to swallow because we come across people in life that we're like, I could really see myself with you. I could really see myself with you. But it's never perfect. It's always, I could see myself with you. But
if he loses the addiction.
If he does that, if he loses,
if he just stops drinking.
And if he stops these things, but I can fix it. And I can make sure that, no. And I might be repeating myself a million times, but I'm sorry, but I just cannot emphasize this enough. You owe it to yourself to not be Delulu. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to look at this person. And this is something called judgment. This is something called judgment. People don't like to be judged, and that's fine. And I don't mean this in a negative way, but you need to know how to make judgment calls. You need to know how to see this person and analyze if this is your husband or if this is your wife. And that starts with you. That starts with you having standards for yourself. What are you looking for?
Yeah.
And don't you dare bend those standards that you have to try to fit that person.
Yeah.
Well, I know I really want kids, and I know he really doesn't, but maybe I'll be happy with them without the kids. That's the other part, is either trying to change them or trying to bend to them. You're not going to be happy. You want that big wedding? You have it. You want those 7 kids? You will find somebody that wants 9 of them, and you're going to be happy. Drop that 0, get you a hero.
Yeah.
Don't bend.
Because it would be terrible, if you spend 5 or 6 years on somebody and then, you eventually take that step to just, you're not my one. And when you do find the one, you're out 5 or 6 years with that one.
Yeah, and you can't get back that time. You can't. So it's easier to save yourself the trouble, save yourself the heartache, save yourself the disappointment, because at the end of the day, you're going to be responsible for it. It's not the other person's fault. It is not. I don't care what anybody says. You knew the things that you were not supposed to compromise on, that were things that you wanted in your life, in your world, that you bent for that person. And then you sit there and you say, well, I did this for them and I sacrificed this for him and I did this for them. No. Because I guarantee you, they didn't really ask you to do that. And if they did, we're waiting on your response. And you said yes. That is a choice. We all have choices. Choose you. Make that your choice. Choose your standards, your expectations, your happiness. Choose that. That's what you need to choose. And I'm sorry, but I'm just very passionate about this because, oh my goodness, there are beautiful women and men across this country who deserve nothing less than the best for their heart and soul. They really do. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say other than that.
It's pretty cut and dry. It's just, hey, here's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, and don't, it's hard. It's easier said than done.
Yeah.
But I promise you will be so much better off. And you are dodging a bullet, whether you see that now or not. I don't know who I'm talking to, but you are dodging a bullet now. Let them go. The faster you do, you are making room and space for who God has for you. Oh, and if you don't believe in God, who the universe has for you, who your perfect person is, you are making space for them. So the faster, I always think about it like a conveyor belt. I was telling a friend, I said, there's going to be men on this conveyor belt, right? And they're coming, and they're going to come up to you, and they're coming in. The longer you stay stuck on this one, the conveyor belt's not going to move. Somewhere on that conveyor belt is your husband.
Yeah.
If you know he's not right, go ahead and swipe him left so the conveyor belt can keep going and you can get to your husband because he's somewhere on there.
And what's great is, like, you don't have to date all these people that come in front of you.
Right.
You can just have a friendship.
Right.
And you can learn about what this guy or person's morals and everything that you want to know. You can easily find out in a friendship.
Absolutely. And also, sometimes you just know off the back. Sometimes they'll say one word out their mouth and you're like, yep, I know.
You just move 5 spots.
Yeah. Go ahead and, go ahead and move left. You're not the person for me. And you said one thing out your mouth.
I went the other way. Whoopsie.
No,
I said the right thing instead of the wrong thing.
Sometimes it's the wrong thing. When you know. Ladies, when you know. Men, when you know. And so if you know that it's a no, go ahead and swipe left so you can get to your wife or your husband. Or even if you don't believe in marriage, the person you're supposed to be with, that makes you content. So I really wanted to do a video on this topic of face value, taking people at face value. Understand that the potential is the cherry on top. It is not certain. It is not guaranteed. Do not get lost in it. Do not get lost in it. When you look at that person, are you considering them? And when you consider them, an easy way to think about it is when you're considering this person, ask yourself, when I see my future with this person, am I seeing more potential or am I seeing more of the traits that they already have? Am I basing it off of, the potential of them wanting kids and the potential of them wanting commitment and the potential of them having a good job and the potential of these things? Is that list longer than the face value? Because if it is, you are taking a huge risk. You're taking a very big risk. So choose you. Choose you.
It's a risky investment. Just like with money.
Yeah.
Hopefully it turns out.
Yeah, and we don't want to do this when it comes to the person we're going to be with and spend the rest of our lives with. Because our goal is to have whole homes, not broken ones.
Have the right conversations to figure out yes or no.
Exactly. Have those conversations. Yeah. Absolutely. Have those conversations. You'll regret it if you don't, possibly, and you'll be thankful that you did either way. So yeah.
I'm glad we're bringing awareness. Of course, not trying to judge anybody.
We're not judging anybody. Please don't misunderstand. But I have nieces and nephews. I have, younger generations coming after me. So I'm not sure who I'm speaking to. It could be the older generation. But don't settle. Keep your standards. Do not bend to those people. Yes, there's something called compromise, but not when it's coming to things that, vital things that you want in your life. Don't bend.
Can't really compromise on kids too much.
Right. Yeah.
Unless it's like, I want one, well, I want 3, meet middle. That's
right.
Easier,
like that. But the things that are going to establish who you are in life, the things that are going to make you happy in life, the things that are permanent, they're there, they're hard set. Do not change them, because there is someone out there who will more than meet them. So, do you have anything else to say for this one?
No. I hope this is able to help somebody out there, not necessarily waste any more time, but just be able to make the decision that they need to be happy.
100%.
Because everybody deserves happiness, lovely marriage relationships.
Yeah. You deserve to have the best of the best. Nothing less than that. You do.
Yeah.
So, if that's all for this video, we are super duper happy to be back again. We're just super happy to be not sick.
Yeah.
But anyway, please drop us a comment below. Let us know what you think about what we've said here today, your perspectives, your opinions. But if that's all for this video, guys, we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.